play here.
Yo, listen, pump it in your system, pump it in your system. Everybody get it poppin', we gon' keep it rockin'.
Power 95, where music lives. The views expressed in the following program aren't necessarily those of Power 95. Ladies Room. Come see you compliments. Renwick Thompson and Company Limited. Agents for Western Union.
2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6.
Education multiplies their chances and places the world of opportunity in their hands. No matter where they are in the world, make sure they're prepared for their journey back to school with Western Union. School fees, books, room and board, whatever the reason. Knowledge, independence, opportunity. Western Union, moving money for better.
Like Houdini, I pop up in your body. Anytime, any day, we will pop up a party. If you don't know we will, demonstrate. All you move the barricade. When my people start to rave, trouble start from we. Enter the gate, mention we name. Cause we have a set of people who go answer the place. Mentally ill. Yes, I roll it with a fussy man, no drinks, no safe place. So it go, place. So it go, place. So it go, so it go, Poland. So it go, place. So it go, place. So it go, place. So it go. Yeah. I'm a party wrecker, looking for my Rihanna to put under my umbrella. What's up, no holiday. Start from we, enter the gate, mention we name. Cause we have a set of people who go answer the place. Mentally ill. Yes, I roll it with a fussy man, no drinks, no safe place. So it go, place. So it go, place. So it go, so it go, Poland. So it go, place. So it go, place. So it go, place. So it go. Front line standing ready, back line rolling steady.
And we're up and running one more time. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the room. Welcome back to the show. It is Monday, May 22nd, and I hope everybody's doing A-OK. You know, it's a beautiful Monday. We're getting rain. It's something we've been praying for the longest time. It has been ridiculously dry and hot, and finally the skies open and down came the rain. My only thing is, like, seriously, could have felt like throughout the entire weekend. On this Monday morning, you get up and have to come to work and come out in rain. I wasn't feeling that. But anyways, I am grateful to be in the land of the living, and I trust you are as well. What a weekend. It's never a dull moment on this rock, I tell ya. Didn't do anything, was a quiet one for me, because when I looked at my my itinerary for the next couple weeks, like every weekend from June, from the first weekend in June, there's some event. So I'm like, you know what? I don't need to be in a room right now. Let me just take a chill pill and, you know, gather myself for the upcoming days. Ain't young as before when you could just go and be like moving. Nope. We're not like that anymore. I need to wash my spray my lens and I can't find the it's all the way over there. I can't see Jack. Yeah, so ain't no spring chicken. You gotta. Who's this person that's calling on the WhatsApp? Like, seriously? Hold on, guys. Hold on. I needed my spray. So, yeah. Person calling on the WhatsApp. We don't do WhatsApp calls. We only do WhatsApp voice notes or messages. So, person calling via video to reside. Like, why would you even be making a video call? I know I'm going to with some of audio, but some of audio doesn't really pass audio place, and that goes for some of you who. And I had to set a young man straight. Was it Friday? came into my inbox, hey hun, and I'm like, okay, hi. Because a lot of folks been, reaching out to help with my little project, gathering clothes and stuff, for folks who are in need. So I've been, frequenting my inbox a little bit more because often I try to avoid it as like the plague unless I see messages regarding ladies' room. And this gentleman thought that, I'm not sure if he thought that I was searching or whatever the case might be, but he was like, hello. So I'm like, hello. And the next thing I saw was two blurred pics. You know when they send you pictures on Messenger, based on the sensitivity of it, you can blur it out. Sometimes it might be something graphic or somebody being injured or whatever the case might be. So took my fast cell phone on, blurred the picture, and to see the gentleman displaying his tools. Well, of course, he was blocked. There's no if, buts, or maybe about it. But what? And but before I blocked, I went to check out his profile, and I'm like, let me just see if this person has some kind of mental issues. And the gentleman in his profile pic has a picture of a child, sitting with a child on his lap. So I scroll further, and it seems as though he has children, because he referred to one as my daughter. I'm like, why would a grown man like you be... What would possess a grown man to just get up and decide to send someone a picture of his business? So I asked, and he was like, he's interested in me. And I'm like, oh, so you think that's going to get my interest? Sending me a picture of your business? That is what we're doing these days? That is how y'all getting women out here these days? Showing pictures of your business? Well, I ain't the one. Block. So, yeah, I didn't have no sort of phone etiquette and no principle and no little decorum, no little nothing about all of these days. Y'all just drakish, thirsty, like drain-like behavior. All you get rank, so like y'all are people, and y'all just behaving as if like quite just running away, and you have to get as much as you can now because there's some message out there saying that if you ain't get by now, you something gonna happen to you or something, or you won't go past the pearly gates if you ain't get a certain... Why all this? Nah, sir. This level of drakishness needs to go. Because me know who all are catching with that, but I'm not the one. That was such like a big turn off. Like, never met you, don't know you from nowhere, nobody and ask you to see your business, and you just in people inbox sending picture of your inbox all about the place like grown big old man. So nah, man, that just rank and sal up. Like you could understand if it's a little teenage young man, a little boy that excited and don't know nothing about no woman, and you what are you watching the man, a big old sardine man, bucket of jacks, and if you're doing that with somebody, I can imagine what you're doing in other people's inbox. Y'all need to stop it. Like, seriously, it's not a good look. It is not a good look. It's just you. Anyways, I forgot my spray for my glasses home, and no matter what I put on it, it still has this blur over it, and my eyes are killing me. Morning, Queen Bee. Morning, Jay. Hey, Lisa. How are you, my love? Good morning, Shantae. Morning, Sonia. We're up and running on this rainy Monday. Morning, David. Morning, Linda. Onika. Good morning. Morning, Della Rita. Morning, Jennifer. How are you? Morning, Jacqueline. Miss Jacqueline, me nothing to tell you. Me nothing to tell you, Miss Jacqueline. But you see, I beat you back on the live. All you're doing too much. Morning, Shante again. Morning, Rita. Shauna, good morning, Hugh. I can't even put Hal. Really, Hal? You need to change the rest of the name. I can't even call you by your government name with the rest you have behind it. Morning, Shauna. Um, Morning, Glendolyn. Hope all is well. Morning, Valerie, Diamond, Rondell. Who else is here? Queen Bee, good morning. I didn't want to see what they're working with. Good. Morning, is it Angeline? Good morning, Shireen. Zaved, good morning. Cheers to another week indeed. Alexander, good morning. We're so good to have you guys on again. Morning, Doobie. So, like I said, eventful weekend. Yesterday saw Tahi, good morning. Yesterday saw salop. No, what going on with all about? You're toasty bad boy. I don't know, man, expensive. You don't see cost of living these days. You realize if you have one woman, hold on to that and stop looking for more stress. It cost of living high, you know. And you're looking for trouble. So, morning, Janelle. How are you, sis? So, that is what I'm doing. Lisa, I'm putting the rubbing alcohol on it, but for some reason it's still blurry. It's still seeing like, I don't know. And I'm using the thing that I usually use to clean it, but I don't know what's going on. That's what I'm using, the rubbing alcohol. So we had a very eventful weekend, like I said. Yesterday saw the Honorable Delma Thomas making her official announcement into the heart and leaving the house. So, of course, she would have resigned a couple of weeks ago. But guess it was made official yesterday. And it seems as though Grenada, Carriacou, and P.T. Martinique finally understand the meaning of the word hypocrite, which I thought we all did, but it seems as though everybody finally knew the word. Listen, we're all hypocrites. There are some malicious ones, and there are some who are just curious, but we are all hypocrite one way or the other. There isn't no one amongst us who don't speak of other people or things that don't concern us. I mean, care what nobody say. We all do it. Everybody. So we're all hypocrite in some way. But if somebody decides, hey, I'm going to make a decision that is, in my eyes, the right decision to make, because I, for one, and I always tell people that, before we point fingers, think about ourselves and what we would do in certain situations. How many of us would like a person to tell us what to do? How they should react, or how they should behave, or how they should do this. Not many of us take to kindly to being told how to rule and govern our own lives, what to do with our own lives. As far as I'm concerned, the two words I saw being bandied about a whole lot was ungrateful and hypocrite. Now, when does it stop? Like gratitude, when does it stop? Is there a cutoff period? If somebody did something for you and at some point you want to move on to something else, is there because what I'm getting is like there's no cutoff point. Because somebody was good to you or did something to you, you're supposed to be forever and ever, amen, for want of a better word, loyal. You're not allowed to have any other emotion, not allowed to feel any type of way. But you have to remain there. Isn't that as close to an abusive relationship? Because it's like you want to leave, but you can't leave because you're afraid of being touted or being branded as ungrateful or disloyal because you want to move on to something else. If something no longer serves its purpose to you and it's not serving you in a way that you would want it to, you're not feeling comfortable, we're literally saying to a person, well, forget that. Just remain where you are and suck it up because this person did this for you, did that. That's why to me, you see me, I try very hard not to have to rely on anybody. I try very, very hard to not, especially us, to not ask us for anything because that is one of the things you get. It's like you're bound hand and feet when somebody do something for you. You feel like you no longer have, you're supposed to, whatever the person says, right, wrong, you agree, you have to, because you feel like you owe them something because they did something for you. If you did something for me and express gratitude, thank you. Am I not allowed to move on or do anything else after that? So how long am I supposed to be indebted to you or hold on to this gratitude card? I don't get it. It's like you're forever indebted. So I try really hard, really, really hard. Sometimes you want to ask for help, but people are so quick to throw this ungrateful card at you. It's like, well, you know what? Let me do without this and struggle and fight up. And because at the end of the day, people have to do what's in their best interest, regardless. People still have lives, they still have to live, they still have to eat. So people still have to do what they have to do. And I will not feel a type of way or be upset or angry at a man or a woman for doing what they think is best for them. And I asked someone yesterday, it was like, why you don't see this as a problem? I'm like, but what the person is doing isn't really affecting or hurting me in any way. Is it a crime? Is there anybody being locked up or hospitalized as a result of this decision? I'm like, it's neither here nor there to me. We tell people all the time, if they're in relationships that are not working, it's toxic, we're not getting along, to leave. It's abusive, to leave. So why encourage somebody to stay where they no longer feel appreciated or they no longer feel like I'm a part of this? I don't get it. I wish we were loyal to our families and we are loyal to children and we are loyal to causes that support abuse of women and children, because the way I see some people gallivanting and carrying on, and I'm like, boy, sometimes you try to have little awareness programs and you try to, hold little motorcades to raise awareness and to get people involved in, child abuse and domestic abuse, and the silence is like deafening. But the way I see y'all galloping over politics, I wish, listen, find a relationship that has that amount of loyalty, mean going nowhere. Y'all loyal to a T-boy. It's like nothing a person do, y'all. Oh my gosh. Y'all loyal to it. Y'all defend anything, right, wrong, good, bad, ugly. Once it's a cause you support, you don't see no other color. You just see that's. I'm sorry, I could never be that loyal to any, to politics, because if we're here this long and we don't understand how this game works, I could never ever be disloyal to politics and get myself worked up and enemies and cursing and upset at people for. Let people live. We may not agree with every decision a person make, but it's not our place. It's not our choice. Can't tell a grown man or a woman what to do, how to live their life. I'm sure there are things I do that people don't like, but it's not your place to like. I'm comfortable with it, and the same goes for you. How would you feel if you're making a decision you think is best for you, and Jane and John telling you they have a problem with it and don't do that, they don't like it? Sure, you would feel a type of way, right? But anyways, two words that we learned the meaning of: ungrateful and hypocrisy. Y'all carry on. Gallop. We move. So we have to, here's another situation of ungrateful. Now this is a perfect example of ungrateful. What happened to you there? Now this is the perfect example of ungrateful. This individual says, hold on. No, I won't be like today. Somebody said they don't like you today. I ain't looking for like, they ain't like me anyways any day, so it's alright. Good morning. morning, Maria. It's okay. Custom. These days it's better not to be like than to be like, yes, because the things y'all doing to people y'all like as compared to people y'all don't like me, please. Because you don't even know the difference these days. Y'all treating people to the people you love and the people you don't love and the people you like and don't like is the same treatment y'all giving anyways. So I rather y'all don't like me to begin with. So I ain't had to worry about nothing else. I wonder which side of the fence you're standing on. I know you over there. Leave you over there. Me not have to look back to see if you're behind me or beside me. Because y'all be treating people you don't love the same way as people you love. Hardly any difference. It's only a matter of time. Soon as things don't go your way, all your business. Was Tangla who sing that? Raphael, you're closing the road? Who sang that song? Was Raphael or somebody, woman, put their clothes out in the road up in Tivoli? Yeah, soon as things don't go your way, your business on the street, and you're seeing little shady posts and all kind of thing happening. So, don't like me, I beg. So, we're talking about ungrateful. Sheena, you're rich late. I was talking about them Grenadians that find out the meaning of ungrateful and hypocrite yesterday, Papa. Ramos, morning. Morning, Laurel. Dwight, morning. Tangla that sang that song? Raphael, you're closing the road? Yeah, so we have anytime I want to find a song, it's Dre I have to ask. Dre bad on them song on them. Knows every song. Dwight ought to know it too. Dwight, what's the name of the song? By Tangler. Dwight's supposed to know that song. Is it? So all I can like to drop the name in song. That song.
You short and you pants, you toes, you boxers and underwear.
Raphael closing the road, so I want to end up like Raphael in my business in the road. So you know what? Let me stay over here in my little corner. We are good, fine and dandy. So the lady says that she had a friend. Somebody says I need to be on TV. This radio ain't continued. They were like the antics. So someone asked if they can stay with you for a few weeks until they get on their feet. So the lady says they have kids, but the kids aren't staying, and they want to give you $50 a week. Your bills are $1,500 average a month, but you say yes because they only ask for a few weeks. A few weeks turn into months, and they start and quit several jobs. They go on vacation. Stop distracting me now, man. All you do is make me bong away, you know. So they say a few weeks turn into months, and they start and they quit several jobs. They go on vacation. They never speak or communicate anything to you. And mind you, they're living in your house. Come in and out with and without guests who also don't speak to you and obviously avoid you. Every time you come, they leave and you see them in passing. You ask them to talk, and instead they sneak in the house when you're gone and get all their stuff. They tell another person that you're doing them wrong, yet you haven't, because you've obviously never around to do wrong to them in the first place. How would you feel and what would you do? Well, you never really have nothing yet to feel and do. You know, the person already pick up their Georgie bundle and leave, and you ain't had to put it in the road. So all you can do is chalk it up to lesson learned. You see, some of y'all don't realize that a lot of the times people could be kind and nice, but there's always one that spoils it for everybody. Because I'm sure after that, there's no way you would feel a sense of, okay, you can stay with me ever again. Or anybody else genuinely needing help. Because you're so burnt and jaded and so put off by how this person dealt with you. Even though you know somebody who desperately needs the help, you'll be just like, you're going to have to figure it out. Now, if we want to talk about ungrateful, that could be termed ungrateful. Because sometimes I don't get how we think. A lot of the times, I think we are too entitled and feel people owe us something and people have to do things for us. Nobody's obligated to do jack for us. It is my biggest thing that if somebody goes out of the way to do something for you, the most you can do is appreciate it because they don't have to. Nobody has to. Nobody owes you anything. Nobody, family, friend, whoever it is, nobody owes you anything. Nobody's obligated to do anything for you. So if somebody went out of the way to be nice to you, you were homeless, on the brink of being homeless, and they allowed you in that space for a few weeks, and those few weeks turns into a month, and you start and stop jobs, and going on vacation while giving said person $50 a week, and you're going on vacation, and the person can't even go on vacation. You come in and go into people's place, you ain't saying nothing, and that's not even bringing other people into people's place. Like, monkey doesn't really know what tree to climb, because me know how I sitting down in my own place and making people come and abuse me in my own place and assault me in my own place and stress me out in my own place and have me feeling a type of way in my own place for $50 a week. How it does make people do all what they want, so unjust. And months, we had an agreement. It was going to be a couple weeks, and I'm paying keen attention to the weeks. And after a couple of weeks, I'll be like, okay, what's going on? What's the deal? What's the plan? What's happening here? Because for me, the way I love my own space, trust me, by the time you make a month and or two and you are starting to get agitated. And anytime I start to get agitated and upset in my own place, you ought to go. How you have your own place? It's not like you're renting to the person and y'all have some lease. A lock is what? A good lock is what? Under $100? I ain't mind paying the $100 for my peace of mind. You come and pushing keen though? Nada. What you will find is your Georgia bundle, like Raphael, on the porch or somewhere where you can pick it up. Or I'll inform you, you can pick it up at such and I'll pick it up in Central Police Station for all I care. Because not like you come with appliances and you come with big TV and you come with fridge and no. You probably just have your little clothes, drop it off in Central, inform you to go pick up your stuff in Central, and we ain't nothing to say to each other. How you putting somebody up in your place? Agreement is a couple weeks, turns into months, person going on vacation, bringing people in your place without even having a conversation or asking, is it okay if I invite Tom, Jack, whatever it is? Oh, they're bold and bright, Papa. People know how to do things right? You're probably a really nice soul, and this person realized, you know what? Reginald say New York after 3 weeks can't put out no one. That's why no woman spending time or living close by me same night you're taking your Uber home unless we are in a serious relationship. Yeah, boy, them laws on them mountain is sometimes it's questionable, because I have family who have like homes and renting to tenants and they're trying to get them out more than 3 years now, and they can't, and they cannot change the locks and cannot make any changes until court and whatever, and the person is coming and going rent free, going on vacation and not paying one dime, and they can't put them out because you yourself getting locked up. Them laws on them. Imagine you work so hard to own your place, to build or to buy or whatever, and somebody's there and you have a mortgage to pay and somebody's living, you have a tenant living rent free for months and years, and you can't put them out until the court gives you that directive to put them out. I know, boy, that smell like arson. It hard. It real hard. It's the audacity. There's some people just plucky. There's some plucky people living, you know. Yes, some brave, brazen, plucky people. There's some people you're not supposed to do anything for, any favors for, and nothing. It's the same when you see Minji dog passing your way, dragging his tail, let it go about your business. Yeah, boy. But sometimes it's just the goodness of your heart, you know? Just the good out of the goodness of your heart. As the PM said yesterday, the testicular fortitude. A lot of people have it. Tenants have more rights than landlords. I'm telling you. It's crazy. And I'm like, how you don't feel a way knowing somebody you were in a desperate place and somebody out of the goodness of their heart helped you. That is how you repay the person. By stressing them out. Stressing them out. So you going on vacation, living your life. You come in and add more to the person's expense, which you say is $1,500. And you coming, going, bringing friends, electricity, water, whatever. And your only contribution was $50 for a couple weeks. And when the person finally, got the courage to approach you to have a conversation, you ups and leave. Sneak in when the person not there and take all your stuff and just bounce. And then at the end of the day, all the balling, all the bad lucky. Y'all just create your own problems. And then at the end of the day, you don't have luck and people do this and people do that. I tell you. Sheena, you don't know what is GPP? What's going on with Sheena? I find you need to come back. You're really behind time. You don't know what is that? If you have Samuel is an old man and Samuel know that. Samuel, come and cuss me. Right, sometimes you end up losing your house because people not paying their rent. Sometimes it's friends and family doing it to you. It's very sad. No, somebody told me that, family member told me, listen, I will never, ever, ever rent my place to anyone with Caribbean connections, whether it's Grenadian, Jamaican, Guyanese, Barbadian, Trinidadian, Vincentian. Long as you're from the Caribbean, person says they're not renting their place to you. And you can't blame them, because they said every time they did, the people always come with some sob story. And every time they rented their property to them, always end up in some problem. They start off a couple months good, 2-3 months good, and after that is the west going down the road. It's crazy. Anyway, so let me see how much time I have. I have about 10 minutes. So I have another situation. This gentleman says that his wife presented herself as a straight-up lady when they first met, and during the dating stage, asked about her sexual past, and she said she only had 2 boyfriends and never had any sexual partners aside from them. Says, I repeated this question several times until our 2nd year and mentioned to her that it would be an issue for me if I found out otherwise, because I had the same issue with my past girlfriends. From that point on, I thought that I was being fair. The past of my partners is very important to me, and I don't know why. My culture is also extremely strict on women and modesty, and I was raised as such. I lied to my family that she was a virgin because I would not have been allowed to marry her had they known she wasn't. Oh, it's one of those. I unfortunately accidentally discovered a promiscuous past. I had to confront her, and she confessed. Her past was so wild, and her body count was high, 10, including me, that I thought that I was loving a totally different person. Each time she confessed, she promised that she had already told me everything. But I kept on discovering other men from her past, one after another. She could have hurt me once by telling me everything, but she kept on hiding something, and that made me feel like I was on the hunt for something new. It devastated me so badly that until now it has seriously bothered me. We have a son. We've been together for 13 years already. She has been a good wife, and I love her so much, but the pain is intense that whenever I think of it, the thought of leaving her is on the table. For 11 years, I still feel betrayed, and the trust is not there. I'm also tired of talking about it with her already. Can a woman properly love a man after laying with so many before? Boy, if you... Anyways, thank you so much, Western Union. What do you really want? Like, seriously. International word for salop. St. Lucia. Boy, if you don't move forthwith and let the lady go about your business, because I'm trying to understand, I thought it was a case of you caught the lady cheating on you with multiple partners. Instead, this is a case of somebody being with you and prior to you engaging in different relationships. Out of your own mouth, you're saying she has been a good wife and you love her so much. Then what is your problem, Jared? What exactly is the problem? You're sitting there stressing yourself out about things that was way before you, had nothing to do with you. You're there, you want something to stress about? Like, you want to come home and meet a big man inside your place? Hey, let me say morning to my South Wing guys. Scooby! Essie, leave me alone. Imagine I go to clean my vehicle and a whole ladies' room second episode. Yeah, big up Scooby and them. You should come home and meet a big strong man in your place because the lady is good to you, right? No issues. Good wife, good mother. And you have a problem. I mean, I understand your concern because a lot of the times, and that is why women refrain from being honest about their body count because of the same reaction. But the double standards, men are allowed to do whatever and however, and it's okay. But in the same token, what y'all are failing to realize is you are the ones contributing to those numbers, because here you get into a relationship, you promise a woman the moon, the stars, the sky, Jesus, if brother, if father, and after you get what you want, which was your main intention in the first place, you bounce, leaving that woman to pick up the pieces, and then you move on. But at the same time, as women, you also have to take responsibility and be able to, but sometimes it's hard because people are so good at acting these days and putting up a good face that you would swear they're being real. We have so many Hollywood actors and actresses, you would think, hey, this person is for real, for real, for real this time. I got it this time. I crossed all my T's. I dotted all my I's. This is my soulmate. Everything checks out. No records, no baby mama drama. He's good, good glowing recommendation from his friend, the partner, and them. Yeah, man, good boy, good boy in the community. Upstanding citizen in the community. Boom. There you go again. And before you know it, same thing over and over again. So sometimes you just have to kick back and be like, is it worth it? Is it worth jumping from relationship to relationship, or should I just cool my herbs and, let life take its course? Things happen. Life happens. Sometimes it's not necessarily just a result of bad decisions you make. When you're young, you're stupid, you're jumping all over the place, searching for love in all the wrong places. As you get older and more mature, you realize, hey, that isn't making sense. I need to sort out my life. Young, dumb, and stupid. And you think you have all the answers. And you're left to figure it out on your own. But as time goes by, you get older, you start understanding yourself better and situations better. And you try to do good by yourself. So if you met somebody who is good to you, have not in any way shown you any disrespect or stepped out on you or cheated on you, you yourself said, she is a good wife, but you have a problem. So it's do if you do, damned if you do, damned if you don't. If you tell the truth, it's a problem. You don't, it's still a problem. Because everybody wants to go about having coitus with everybody girl children, but then you expect the Virgin Mary at the end of the day. But you're out there sleeping with any and everybody. But then when it's time for you to settle down, you want somebody as close to Mary's hem as possible. Without doing anything. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Before you. With you, she's a model wife. But you have an issue with her life. At the end of the day, people like what they like. But I'm just saying, sometimes it's just concerning how the double standards. Maybe that was the same outcome she fed. Probably she should have just been upfront across the board and let you know what time it is. And there's somebody for everybody. But people often want to know the truth, but they can't handle the truth, as is the case now. You give them an upfront answer, and then they start going bonkers, going crazy when you get their answers. They get the honest answers. Yeah, no, you can handle the truth, but you want the truth. And here you are now. You were having such a good marriage before. Wife doing everything she's supposed to do. Good mother. Now you keep probing and pushing and looking and FBIing and CIDing, and now that you found the answers, you want to dead. But you was fine without knowing anything. What you want stressing yourself out for now? Huh? Or they always want people to tell you the past. Someone like what who sing the song? Singing Sandra? They want to know your anatomy, they want to know everything. The lady has been a good wife, but you're contradicting yourself, because you're asking, can a woman even properly love a man if she's been with so many? But you just said that she's a good wife. So you're contradicting yourself, son. You are contradicting yourself bigly. Because if you're asking if a woman could love a man properly, but in the same sentence, you're saying that she has been a good wife. Obviously, she can. When you're young, you make a lot of bad choices due to a lack of knowledge. But with time and age come wisdom, and you finally understand your worth and become the best version of yourself. You have a great wife in your hands. She has already made up her mind to become the best version of herself and the best person for you. She does love you. But that wasn't enough. You wanted to know. Now you know. Now you want to dead. Boy, all you could look at, like, all it does invoke problems in all your life. Like, it's just sit down there and say, you know what? My life going too good. My life too nice. I don't like it so. Too nice. Something wrong. So you just get up one day and decide, you know what? Let me poke the bear. Let me poke, and then the bear turn around and answer you and give you the answer. You don't like it? Now you have a problem. I don't understand. I don't get it. I really don't. Bonnie said once you watch, you said. Ask no questions, I'll tell no lie. The question should be, why do men ask questions they can't deal with the answers for? You know you can't deal with the answers, but you go asking. The answer you got wasn't enough for you. You still go back juking until you get the answer that you figure was satisfactory to you. Now you have a problem. Boy, I tell you. Immaculate conception y'all want out here. I get it. Let me go about my business.
Aruna, good morning to your listeners. I understand some of the sentiments expressed. However, let me say without apology that I do not support personal character assassination. people who deliberately set out to attack people and their families, that is not acceptable under any circumstances. What I must also say this, that the goodly lady would be held to scrutiny. Obviously, she has been a part of an organization that has created a lot of divisions. She's been part of that organization for many years. People are happy. Some people are happy to see her leave. That's commendable. However, questions would still be asked about the timing and so on. That will still come up under scrutiny. If she's genuine, she would stand her ground and continue to push on and do what she believes is right. But that is not going to stop the questioning. That is not going to stop the scrutiny, because our style of politics is very adversarial. It is not one that is collaborative. She's taken a step in the right direction in terms of trying to work collaboratively, and now she's a part of the ruling team. I want to wish her all the best. But the questions are still going to be asked. And some of the questions are legitimate questions. So all she has to do, in my humble opinion, answer those that she can. And if she wants to, and if she doesn't want to answer any, it's also her prerogative to do so. Yeah, so that's that. That's
you. Thanks so much. This person is saying,
Tell that boy go make his own woman, because we don't know what kind of nonsense he talking there. Tell him, listen what Dr. Dap say. You could have be 10 man, you make 11. Cool yourself, brother.
the man say you can't, you got stress right now. Stress. You buy your stress wholesale. You're living good all the time, you know. They say when you're in good house, bad house, or a real son and call you. You're living good. Wife in, nice child and nice little family. Yeah? You ain't happy with that. Now you're stressing out yourself and talking about divorce. So man, go your way, yeah? And let me go mine. That's about it. I'll see you guys tomorrow, same time, same place. Thank you so much to our friends at Western Union for checking in. See you guys same time, same place tomorrow. Thanks so much, everyone on the live. Those of you listening on the radio or on YouTube, have a great Monday. Yeah?